Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Maxcellent build orders, where I go in detail about one specific build order. As you can see in the background here, it will be Eldar build order and it will be the bread and butter for Eldar. It is the Dark Reaper spam. So this is a build order you want to get good with if you want to be good with Eldar. Just to put it out before, I'm not the best Eldar player myself, so it's more about the timings and stuff I show, less about the micro I put on in this very game. Let's quickly go to a skirmish map. It basically works on every map, so we might as well just use Father Morka. Eldar, just quickly looking, the stuff here is alright, so we quickly jump into the game where I will tell you more about the details. As usual, before we click here start mission, quickly go in our heads what we want to do. We want to build an aspect portal as soon as we can, so it's hotkey B for build and then A for aspect portal. Then we want to queue up in our HQ a second Bone Sinker and 2 Guardians and Fleet of Foot. Let's go. Okay, Bone Sinker will be related to the aspect portal and the aspect portal will be related to this point. The one Dark Reaper is related to this point. And yeah, the second one will be over here. The Dark Reapers will capture this point, the first one, and the Avengers, I'm saying Guardians, will capture the rest of the points. The Guardians for me will be mostly capping units. If you're a little bit better than I am, you will be using them in the combat as well. But as I said, I'm not a super duper good Eldar player, so this is why. You can actually queue up 2 Dark Reapers already because you have the resources for it. Shift click your Guardians to capture for eternity and make sure your Bone Sinkers are close to the point so they can build up the Listening Shrine as soon as they can. If they are closer, they start building faster. And then once they're done, we will use the teleport for one over here, for the other one over here. You can also shift click the teleporter. Teleport, get your guys together and then shift click to the opponent where you want to use them. See here, these are now really good positions. We will get one Exarch. We do not have more power to get more than one Exarch. Shift click your builders to the next position. Use Fleet of Foot on all your units. And then we want to, as soon as we can, add a 3rd Dark Reaper squad. So this is our goal, to get 3 Dark Reapers. And once these buildings are built, we have enough. Then we want to go here, see what our opponent is. Death Guard, okay, so this is going to be interesting. Death Guard is rather sturdy, but the AI isn't probably the greatest for it. You need to make sure that we survive this. Just real quick pause, how you micro it. You have F for Fleet of Foot and you have Q for stop, so you will use Q and F to make them stop and shoot. So I make Q and F so they stop here and shoot. So Dark Reaper's on the way. This is how we can maybe use it to defend here as well. Okay, these guys are surviving. Now they can move here. And yeah, those guys are shooting. Those guys need to move over here. We need to build a generator after we build these points over here. Maybe reinforce them once or twice, and we will use the generator as well to get more Exarchs, because we want to have, in the end you want to have like 5 models in the squad because they are the best in terms of how they position. Now we want to, can you jump again? No, you cannot. Build more generators. 2 as we want 2 generators to be. Can add 1 more here. Here not. Want to make sure you focus down. Basically, if you're not right-clicking the spot, they will attack any infantry first. And we have now 4 and in the 2 squads and 5 in the other.
Incoming enemy fire.
So we should win this. This is a lot of cultists, however. Need to make sure. Move the most damaged squad back. They're not going into melee. And now we will get generators soonish.
This node now churns for the benefit of the craft world. We have taken a trophy.
Micro them away. Have a better firing position over here. And yeah, we have 2 gens up. Maybe want to get a 3rd one before we can get the tier 2 upgrade. Enforce them a bit to have the 5 members again. Move in again. It works quite good, but you have a lot of micro going into it. So we want to make sure to make the best out of these guys. So we have now enough resources to start our tier 2. Very nicely lined up.
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
And this is how you kite. I mean, for that, Death Guard is the perfect example because they're really slow.
We deliver death from afar. We bring heavy weapons to crush the enemy. We deliver death. We bring
Move them closer again.
crush the enemy.
And now it's the question. Want to get more generators. And the question is now, what do you do? Quickly pause and think about it. What do we want to do in tier 2? In tier 2 there are of course multiple options. There are some things that are mandatory. The first thing you want to do in tier 2 is click the increased range damage upgrade and also the armor upgrade. And what you want to do is you want to get Shadow Spectres or Fire Dragons, at least the Aspect Stone, to have the possibility to go for them. And there are 2 distinct ways to continue in tier 2. One is the one that's for most matchups the best one, is going into a Falcon or 2, which A is a very good vehicle by itself, and B gives your Dark Reapers higher mobility, so then they can you do not need to use Fleet of Foot micro anymore. You put them inside the Falcon and back out, so you have like the transport micro, which is a bit easier than the Fleet of Foot micro. And the second way, depending on the matchup, is going for Banshees. Banshees in tier 1 aren't really good. In tier 2 they get their upgrade, which not only gives them the ability they can use to shout, it gives them a bunch of upgrades, bonuses like more health, more speed, more damage. The Exarch gets a really big stick that does a lot of damage. So this is how this works. So for this game I would go into a Falcon as soon as we can. One can decap and the other one will go here. You guys are not doing anything, so
We are within.
there are some Plague Marines coming in. Okay. Tier 2 is soon ready. So as I said, increased range, Shadow Spectre, and then support portal. Can I also reinforce them to max? Move in here to see what we can do. They can cap this as well. Okay, we want to get a web brigade at some point. Armor upgrade also. These guys are soon hitting like a truck.
Consider the territory that destroys agents on this plane.
And yeah, we basically won already.
Instruct us, Farseer.
Because yeah, the AI isn't really good at countering it, of course. But I hope I could show you the idea, and now the damage will just be so much they cannot really deal with it. There's no... Okay, now run away, because you can. Move in, one decaps, the other one looking for generators now. There you go. There's the Falcon. It can fight on its own. And one thing, do not get the Star Cannon upgrade unless you are 100% sure that you will only face infantry, because the Star Cannon is only infantry, and the Falcon itself has a little right lens, which is giving it some way of anti-vehicle and anti-building. Yeah, now we're destroying the economy while also getting a second Falcon. The other thing would be to get the economy upgrade so we can get to a tier 3 at some point. I also want to get the Shadow Spectres. And now we are in a very good position over here. Don't even need to use the transport micro, which is good because I'm not really good with it. The Shadow Spectres, as I said, are really important. And yeah, we're now getting our economy up to date. We could also and should maybe also get the some listening posts upgraded, which would be, I think, more important than the other upgrades. And yeah, this is now one. You can take this point as well. You can jump over here. You can jump over here to make sure you will be there if need be. And yeah, as I said, this is one. Shadow Spectres out. Our resources line up for a tier 3 soon. You can need sometimes to add a Harlequin because they are detectors. And they are also very good at dealing with some spots. Because they can have this dance of death and whatnot. One just died, I guess. Yeah, but this is it. This is the build. In tier 3 you can add something like quickly finish it, and then I can talk more freely about your tier 3 options. Now we won. Yes, I want to look around the map. In tier 3 you can add or want to add, what is it called again? CR Council. CR Council is really strong. The upgrades, of course, the targeters and armor upgrades in tier 3 are very potent. You could also add now, in if you want to be more aggressive in tier 2.5 and you do not want to capture tier 3 faster, you could also add something like warp spiders, or what I call these swooping hawks. If you want to go for a lot of infantry, you could, if you want to have something more on the front line, Wraith Guard, Wraith Lord, I think it's called, and stuff like that. But in tier 3 you have the big flyer thingy as well, the Nightshade Interceptor, what it's called. So in tier 3 you can get those, the Nightshades and the CR Council, the upgrades. Yeah, a lot of stuff you can go in tier 3. And yeah, this is how the build in the earlier in tier 1 and tier 2 works. If you're facing more resistance, you cannot be as aggressive as I was here. You need to free the foot micro a little bit, but maybe upgrade a listing post a little bit earlier and stuff like that. What is also really potent, if you get out teched and need some quick AoE in your base, the upgraded turrets basically have a really long range anti-vehicle attack if you need to have a quick anti-vehicle in tier 2. Yes, this is basically how the build works. If you have any questions, if I forgot to tell you something, if you have something to say to the build as well, please put it in the comments. And as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!